we decided to let you in on some of our secrets. Time to put in a window.
Oh, easy, easy, don't tip it. Oh.
I lost it.
All right, so on today's video, we decided to let you in on some of our secrets, like our names. My name's Jacob.
And I'm Natalie.
And we have moved off-grid up here to northern Arizona. We bought our property a couple years ago. Here's Eli, don't know if you can see him. And we just want to tell you all how we got to this point and why we decided to make such a huge change by a life-changing move by leaving the city. Okay, since the first half-decent rainstorm that we've gotten, it got pretty muddy out here. We have some gravel left at the front of the property that we need to spread out. So while I'm doing that in the back, I got my crew here. You guys ready?
First off, we should start with that we never really wanted to live in Phoenix. We both come from small towns here in Arizona. But we moved to Phoenix for work for Jacob. And we ended up down there for about a decade.
Yeah.
It was a lot longer than we ever anticipated.
Yep. But that's where I was able to get a job as an electrician, and I went through an entire apprenticeship program. The point is, we moved down there to get work, and we finally, after 10 years, left.
Yep.
That's a big one.
So one brutal summer day, which is normal down in Phoenix, our air conditioning went out and we had to call in a technician, and it cost us $1,200 to repair our air conditioning. This was what, 3 years ago maybe?
Yeah, this was before the pandemic started.
Mm-hmm.
And so that hit me like a ton of bricks, just the money, because we've always been very frugal, always trying to save, and we were constantly trying to be debt free and get out of debt. But like I said, that I did not like having to pay someone $1,200 to fix some little, I think it was a little capacitor or something.
Mm-hmm.
It just annoyed the heck out of me. And so, because I like to, if I can fix something, or if I have even the closest idea how to do it, I'm gonna fix it. Because I hate paying.
Very true.
I hate paying people. I'm grateful for people that can come and do the stuff I don't know how to. But anyway, I got down. I did not like that. There goes $1,200 for a guy doing 45 minutes worth of work on our roof. So at that time, I was into a lot of, carpenter type stuff on YouTube. I was interested in building things, and I knew a couple of off-grid channels I was watching. But then, we've always wanted to move out of Phoenix, and so I started looking at places. And the White Mountains area in northeastern Arizona was very appealing, and we have a small history here where my mom and dad had some land growing up, and I remember going out to it was 40 acres, going out to the 40 acres and just having these huge bonfires and having a great time riding three-wheelers and dirt bikes and shooting guns. Anyway, but my parents eventually sold that land, but that was something I always remembered from my childhood that I missed. And so I started looking at property, and within a month of getting that stinking $1,200 bill, I came up with the idea that we needed to start eating only rice and beans saving like a couple of mad people so that we could buy land.
At first I didn't think this was a great idea.
It's true. It took a little bit for it to grow on her.
It's true. Well, this is how he presented it to me. We should buy some land, we'll buy a trailer, and we'll live in it with our 4 kids. And that didn't sound fun to
From
me.
house to trailer.
Yeah. So it took a little bit for me to be on board. I was like, 4 kids in a trailer, I'll pass, I guess.
You can't throw it that far?
Nope.
Oh, easy, easy, don't tip it. Oh.
I lost it. It's the dumpy, but no.
Ah, you didn't lose it. It just went sideways.
At the time, it was the middle of summer, like we said, and I was kind of just, I don't know, we were comfortable, but it was just kind of the same thing over
It was.
every
Yeah.
day, you know, take kids to school and make meals and things like that I kind of was just felt like I wasn't progressing, I guess, like growing as a person. And so as this like mulled around in my mind, the idea, oh, and I was watching these YouTube videos that Jacob was like, look at these guys, right? There was something about it that was just like, yeah, to like do something, to build something.
It's very appealing, huh?
Yeah, that, you know, we watch these people on YouTube and like to see them build their house and like, look how much they accomplished. That really started to get me on his side, I guess.
Time to put in a window. Anybody home? I'm probably covered in sawdust, huh?
Yep.
In reality, it really didn't take her that long to get on board. Maybe
That's true.
a few weeks.
Yeah.
Because we both grew up being very outdoorsy, camping and hunting and fishing.
Yep.
And so something like this just seemed like more camping and hunting.
And
fishing. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Went to town, got more staples, and a new stapler. Whacker 5000. I can't remember what it's called. Staple whacker. Hammer? Whack. I think you get the picture. I'm gonna go ahead and finish wrapping up. The star of the show is back.
And to get the kids out of the city, you know,
Yeah.
we went camping constantly.
All the time,
I mean,
especially in the summer.
We're always trying to get out of Phoenix. Like we would go camping, I don't know, 10 times a year or so, like any chance we could.
And most of that was in the summer.
In the summer,
we would go
before it's
camping
cold.
in,
yeah,
you know, late fall even.
right, just to get our kids out. So we definitely wanted to get out of the city and let our kids have more space and to explore and to build forts and to grow themselves.
Like this guy back here. What are you doing? Are you playing with the cat?
Once we decided that this is what we wanted to do and where we wanted to go, we started saving as much as we could. Our biggest goal was to remain debt-free on this journey.
Yep.
That was the thing you thought of saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long did it take us to save for this, for the land? It took us a year, I think. It took a year to save up for the land. And we knew we wanted to buy the land outright because, as some of you may know, it's really difficult to get a loan on a piece of land that has no buildings on it. You can get loans, but we didn't even bother looking into it because we're not fans of having loans anyways, so we just saved and saved. Okay, we're ready to put our window in. We've got our weather barrier in. I've got the bottom flashing put on, and this is going to be a little bit different than I think what is normally seen with this type of construction. Usually the window has a flange all the way around it that you can screw down, which is really would be nice to have a window like that. But instead we have this window here that we took out of our house where we moved from. This is what's called a brick mold window because there's no flange to screw to the wall, because we put new windows in on our house, and when you do that you get brick mold windows, because if you get the type with the flange you're gonna end up tearing siding apart. So since I have this, I figured we should use it. Let's see how it works out. Apparently we need to do better on our framing skills. This level is actually a hair out of whack. Saved up, bought the land, and then we came here every now and then to work on it. We worked on getting the road in. And how long did we own the land before we actually moved here? Was it a year again? Another year or 2?
No, it's been 2 years. We bought it in 2020.
While we were coming here and working on the property down in Phoenix, we were fixing up our house, remodeling it because it really needed it. And at the same time, we were getting the experience needed on, you know, how does a house go together. We remodeled our 2 bathrooms, remodeled the kitchen, we did new flooring, new windows,
new doors.
New doors, yep. A new water heater. Anyway, you get the picture.
The list goes on.
And like I said earlier, if I could figure out, if I knew enough about a certain thing that needed fixed or replaced, then I was going all in and fixing it myself, because the information's out there, the internet, right? And so we made that house basically a guinea pig.
Yep.
And got a wealth of knowledge from working on it ourselves for the most part, except for the dang AC unit, because there's some things you just don't want to touch. But now that I know what I know now, I probably would have tried to fix it myself.
That's pretty much the only thing. I don't think we ever had anyone.
Yeah, well, we hired out for the carpet because.
Oh yeah, we did.
Nobody wants to put carpet down. I know I could do that, but I was saving my knees. So, fixed up that house, and while we were doing it, the market was going up and up and up and going crazy, and which was great for us, and sold it, and now, and you know, paid off all of our mortgage so that we could use what we have left over to start building our new home here and be off grid and have a homestead, try to provide as much as we can for ourselves and for our family. Okay, come on.
Mom. Don't worry about that.
Mom,
Yeah.
Mom.
Mom, for my birthday. Mom, for my birthday,
I need you to pull this tight.
I want a
Okay.
Mom, for my birthday, I want a house. A Lego house.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping you were going to say a real house.
I want that.
That's what we want,
Thank
too.
you.
But I'm going to put all my birthday stuff in it.
When's your birthday?
October,
November.
A little farther.
November.
November? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the month right now?
October.
No.
It's July.
It's July. You got a long ways to go, buddy.
So,
Are you thinking ahead?
Ways to go.
So let's talk about how things are going.
We've been living here for a couple months now. Things are going pretty good overall. The kids have had a great summer building forts and exploring and spending time down at the lake that's just down the hill from us a little bit.
What would you say your #1 challenge is?
Mine would be the ice chest, not having power. It's not even the power, like specifically just the fridge. Like I'm okay
fridge
that
part.
we use flashlights at night, but not having a fridge and using ice chests is my hardest.
That would, I'd say that's
challenge.
mine as well. And we've discussed, you know, do we run a generator to run an actual refrigerator the whole time, or do we live out of a cool chest and get ice
Every day,
once a
pretty
day?
much.
It just makes more sense financially, you know. And really, I mean, it's not that bad, the whole cooler thing, I don't think.
It's not. It's not.
It's just a little annoying to remember to get ice, you know.
Right.
Once we have a fridge, though, you'll be able to go shopping less because
Right.
you'll
yeah.
have bigger space.
I can only. That's the other thing. I can only shop for just a few days. You know, like 3 days, because we only have so much space in our ice chest. So it's and no freezer too. So I don't want meat sitting in an ice chest for a week or whatever. So
The freezer, that's probably a bigger
yeah, a freezer would
deal
be-
breaker, you could call it.
Yeah.
Not for us, though.
Well, obviously, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still loving it.
Yep.
We're starting the solar here soon.
Yep. I'm ready for the solar.
Yeah,
waiting.
that's going to be an exciting project.
Yes.
Chomping at the bit to get to it.
I know. I'm just excited to plug my fridge in.
That would be exciting. So, bottom is flashed, not to the window. So we got our air gap under here. And the sides, what we did is we took the flashing and put it on the side of the window and then came on to the side of the shed. Up both sides and at the top, which was the most challenging part because we had to get it on here and then stuff it up under there. So let's see, I think we need to trim just a little bit off of this and then we could put the Tyvek tape on there all the way over and it's done.
See the end over here?
Golly, that's probably the most intense section at Rainbow I've ever seen. There's a double rainbow. Hard to see the other part. Hey, there must be a pot of gold over there.
I can see where it lands.
You think there's some treasure?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to say, though, thank you to everyone that has been following us, and especially those of you who comment. I mean, we've had nothing but nice things come from the comments, and it is very motivating.
Yeah, super encouraging
to keep going. And I mean, we love filming what we're doing, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Wow. We love sharing what's going on out here in the boonies. You know what we didn't talk about is why we're a boulder life.
Because we have boulders.
So one thing we forgot we wanted to talk about is the name of our channel is A Boulder Life Off Grid. And how we came up with that is pretty obvious. You know, there's not big boulders everywhere. There are places where it's, you know, it's nice and flat and it's just small rocks. And if you dug down, you wouldn't really hit any other big rocks. But then there's patches of, you know, boulders here and there. I mean, we're basically at the top of not really a mountain, but, you know, we're up high. And anyway, we're a boulder life because we're trying to live our life in a boulder way. Did I explain that good? Or?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, you know,
Play on words.
A little play on words, you know. So be bold.
All right, Ethan, what do we got going here?
Boat.
Your homemade boat?
Yeah.
It's gonna sink or float?
Probably float.
It floats.
Water in it.
It's got water in it, but it floats.
Bring it back. I gotta get in it.
What do you think?
Then this makes full toads fall asleep.
Oh, does it? Let's see him.
Oh. Chomp. Mama?
Here, let me push you out.
I got my pouch. I got it. I'm just gonna help you. Mama, take off. Want me to pull you?
I think your boat's filling with water.
Okay. It's sinking. My boat. No. Logan, help me. It's sinking.
Yeah, it's sinking. What did you expect?
Someone push me back over.